In the late 19th century, Birmingham, England, was a violent and lawless place, dominated by gangs that thrived on brutality, extortion, and illegal gambling. Among them, one name struck fear into the hearts of the people: the Peaky Blinders. Unlike the well-dressed, organized criminals seen in the TV show, the real Peaky Blinders were ruthless street thugs who ruled with their fists, blades, and iron belts. Emerging in the 1880s, the gang was made up of young, working-class men from the poverty-stricken neighborhoods of Birmingham. Many were factory workers or unemployed youths who turned to crime to survive. They wore distinctive tailored jackets, bell-bottom trousers, silk scarves, and peaked caps, giving them a stylish yet intimidating appearance. The myth that they sewed razor blades into their caps is likely false, but they did use their caps as weapons, smashing them into enemies' faces to cause severe facial injuries and blindness. The Peaky Blinders thrived on violence and fear. Their favorite method of attack involved slashing a rival's forehead, causing blood to pour into their eyes, rendering them blind before delivering a savage beating. Their weapons of choice included knives, brass knuckles, belt buckles, and iron-tipped boots. They fought brutal street wars against rival gangs, especially the Sloggers, an older criminal group that controlled parts of Birmingham before them. As their power grew, they became kings of illegal betting, controlling bookmaking operations at horse races and forcing business owners to pay protection money. Even the police were afraid. Officers attempting to arrest Peaky Blinders were often beaten in the streets, sometimes even thrown into canals as warnings to others. One of their most feared figures was Thomas Gilbert, a brutal enforcer who trained young recruits in street fighting and intimidation. He orchestrated attacks on business rivals, police officers, and even World War I veterans returning home, seeing them as easy targets for robbery. Women were also involved. Female gang members ran betting scams and sometimes fought alongside the men in street brawls. Despite their dominance, the Peaky Blinders' reign did not last. By the 1910s, they were being overpowered by Billy Kimber's Birmingham Boys, a more structured and ruthless gang that controlled the entire Midlands. Police forces also became better organized, launching targeted crackdowns on gang activity. Many Peaky Blinders were arrested, while others simply aged out of the gang life, fading into obscurity. By the 1920s, the Peaky Blinders were no longer a dominant force. Their name became a legend, whispered in Birmingham's dark alleys, later immortalized by pop culture. While the real gang lacked the power and influence of their fictional counterparts, their brutality and street dominance shaped the criminal underworld of early 20th century Britain. And that's the real story of the Peaky Blinders, a gang far more brutal than fiction. Their reign of terror may have ended, but their legacy of violence, crime, and chaos still fascinates people today. If you enjoyed this deep dive into history's most dangerous gangs, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another dark and gripping story. Let me know in the comments, what shocked you the most about the real Peaky Blinders?